All right, this is part 2 of single finishes. This one we're going to focus on finishes from the mat. The first finish I'm going to work on is finishing backside. All right, so when I come in and shoot on a single, always going to be in good position. Now there's two things you're going to want to do when somebody sprawls. One is you can keep the grip, knee pound back in, and pick it up to your feet. The second thing when somebody sprawls is if they sprawl too hard, you may have to let go and post your, if you're a righty shooting a righty single, then you'll post your left hand, whatever hand's forward, so that your face doesn't hit the mat. So when Steven sprawls on me and I feel like I'm deciding I'm gonna finish backside, I'll post my left hand so that my face doesn't hit the mat, all right? From this position, I like to go right to finishing backside. You do it right away. All right, so I'll show you a couple different angles. So from here, I gotta pressure in with my back leg, and I cut the corner quick. What is cutting the corner? It's when I turn my hip down to the mat like this. I'm gonna turn my right hip down to the mat, not too much, I don't wanna fall to my butt fully. So I'm gonna turn my hip down to build pressure up, and I start running my feet in a circle. Running my feet in a circle, I'm running behind them. Now, what I do is I don't try and just run all the way behind them. I run to get about halfway behind the person. So right to this point here. So right after I'm gonna run all the way to here, and then I'm gonna start driving into the person. So stand back up. So I shoot in, he sprawls, I post, and then I start running all the way till I'm about halfway, right to there. And then at this point, they normally have this leg up. So I drive into them to get that knee down. Because this leg being posted like this is going to cause you a lot of problems. So I'm going to drive in, get that knee down. Once the knee is down, I'm going to continue circling behind. All right? And then I'll get a better angle of this, so I guess turn this way. This is going to be the back side of it, all right? So after I get that knee down, I finish circling behind the person. All right? I step my right knee where the ankle is, I scoop it over, I shelf it up onto my hip. Alright? So let's turn this way. This way it goes. Alright, so I'm here, they sprawl, I post, I run halfway, I drive in, I run the rest of the way, I step behind, slide that ankle out, shelf it up to here. Now some details. The first detail I want to go over is how tight I want to be when I'm doing this with my neck position. So when I'm in on a single and they sprawl, I want to make sure there's no space between my neck and the person's leg because I don't want my shoulder to pop out. So stand up. So when they sprawl, so go ahead and I do it kind of difficult. When they sprawl, I'm going to glue my neck right here to their leg. And as I'm going behind the person, I'm going to keep my neck tight to the leg. I'm not going to let my shoulder pop out right here. So I keep my neck tight to the leg, my head's up, stay in good position. All right, because I don't, again, we talked about earlier, when we're doing single finishes from our feet, is when your head's down, he can lean his weight on top of you, and it makes it very difficult to finish. So I try and keep my head up, and I keep no space in between my neck and the person's leg. Another key point is, once I get to this position where I'm about to shelf it, right, I got here, I slid the ankle, when I'm about to shelf it, I don't want to come backwards and shelf it. Just like when we were finishing the single on our feet, we drive into the person and pick the leg up. Same thing here, I'm going to drive into Steven forwards as I shelf the leg. The reason for this is if I'm here and I go to shelf the leg and pick it up backwards, he can come into me and sit me to my butt and continue scrambling. So instead, when I make this shelf, where I reach down with my hand that was posted to the ankle, and I pick it up, I go into the person. I drive into him. So I step up and drive my shoulder into him. The last thing you're going to want to do is collect the far ankle or the knee. Don't start bringing your hand up above the knee if possible. What I mean by that is, so I guess turn around. What I mean by that is once I've shelved this leg, I do not want to go above this knee when I finish. The further I start going up to the hip or up to the waist, they're going to get a whizzer, and you're not going to be able to get the 2 points. So it's very important when you're here to make sure you collect low in the foot, on the knee, and you continue that pressure forwards. So I'm here, I shelved it up, I'm pressuring forwards, collect low, drive in, all right, then come up the body. So the 3 biggest details I've noticed is 1, keeping your neck tight to the body, 2, driving across the person to get that knee down, and 3, shelving forwards instead of just shelving, picking that leg up and going backwards.